Pakistan continues to be desperate. Record-setting deadly flooding has displaced hundreds of thousands of people. Record monsoon rains and melting glaciers in northern mountains have triggered floods that have killed at least 1,208 people, including 416 children. Pakistan's Met Office is predicting more rains and flash flooding for the month of September. The country is blaming climate change for the disaster. We spoke with Pakistan's Minister of Foreign Affairs from Islamabad this morning.
We're currently still, as it's an ongoing disaster, dealing with the rescue and relief components of our operation, and we're desperately trying to source enough tents, ration, and medical supply for these millions of people that have been affected. Going forward, there is severe damage to our economy, including our agricultural economy, and implications for our food security, given the devastation to agricultural land both in South Punjab and in the Sindh province.
The minister says the scale of this disaster is immense. He describes how areas in Pakistan that were once deserts now look like inland lakes. For more on this developing story, here's journalist Rebecca Bundan in Mumbai.
Floodwater has been flowing down through the Sindh district of Pakistan and affecting more villages in floods that have already engulfed a third of the country. People have been evacuated, people are being evacuated as they flee for safety from areas that are being affected. The floods are due to monsoon rains, which are the heaviest that Pakistan has seen in decades. The UN has described this as a monsoon on steroids. The government in Pakistan is blaming climate change for the disaster, and it's calling on rich nations in particular to help with this crisis. Several countries have already lent support and humanitarian aid, and funding is being provided by countries including Canada, the United States, China, but Pakistan seems to be saying that it needs much more given the scale of this crisis. The United Nations this week launched an appealing for more than $200 million of funds to help support Pakistan with some of the immediate needs. There are a lot of people who are without food, drinking water, shelter, and medicine. So this is an appeal that is sent out as it tries to deal with this crisis. But Pakistan is saying that it estimates that the damage is more than $13 billion. And in fact, the figure could go far higher as the destruction continues in the country. There's still more monsoon rain to come and flooding is continuing there. So it's a massive challenge that authorities are trying to deal with at the moment. The World Health Organization has also warned that people in flood-affected areas are at risk of waterborne diseases, including cholera, and also infectious diseases like COVID-19 as people crowd into these relief shelters. Rebecca Bundan for CBC News, Mumbai.
Hi.